Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Chuck Clark.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The ball carrier.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Burrow on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Baltimore Ravens.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mixon with it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow will throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Now Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
They run for it with Mixon, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the gun, Jackson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 81 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Burrow. This one into the hands of Burton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Cincinnati.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Being chased out left. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Joe Mixon.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Burrow going for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after.
Extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Buying time to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Check 52. Cowboy 80. Mike's 40. Hey, let's get this. 19 Lion. Hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike 40. 3
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
I got him. Hey, Mike.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. On the run, it's Mixon. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
57. Mike.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
That's the end of
so we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Very short kick taken right at the 20. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is fielded at the 7. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Let's go, D. 48 Mike.
Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, middle.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3.
They run the counter. Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And they'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 49, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
70 Lions. Watch the out. 40's the Mike. I'm coming back.
First down. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
For a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
We got three. Three down.
Now Burrow on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. First down.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First down, Bengals.
Mixon on the toss right. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Joe Mixon.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year.
2 times. 4 down. 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 56, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 49-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Joe Mixon, the Bengals.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check back 40. Check back 40.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Bandit. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A A 2-yard pickup. Makes
Play
it
action.
3rd
It's
and
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We got three.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well.